strange and insane. Bicycle kicks that hit you harder than Luke Cage. I see you struggling. Just let the hands go, and if not, you get my 1-round KO. Get back, it's my 1-round KO. Hard hits, eye splits, and elbows. Get back, it's my 1-round KO. You never know what you might be dealing with.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are moving on to our next fight. This fight is also at the lightweight division, the 155-pound division. Our first fight is going to a flyweight of the blue corner with a professional record of 3-1. Fighting at a Crossroads MMA out of Fredericksburg, Virginia. Let's give it up for Brett, the Unbreakable Glass.
All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Just like earlier, all fights tonight are going to follow the United MMA rules. No kicks or knees to the back of the head of a ground opponent. No strikes to the spine or to the back of the head. This man, Brett Glass, making his way from Fredericksburg, Virginia, representing Troy Stone. We saw him in the main event of Victorium Episode 2 take.
Well, here we go, Brandon. As you said, Brett Glass. Last time we saw Brett Glass, he lost to Brent Primus in Bellator MMA 109, but he beat Jeffrey Patterson in Victorium Episode 2, so you know he's definitely been well-rounded. He's fought everywhere, but tonight he's fighting here in Episode 3, Victorium, presented by Global Proving Ground. He's a well-rounded fighter, great stand-up, excellent on the ground. This should be another epic contest on our 10th fight here tonight, Brandon.
Brett Glass is not exactly a man of many words. He lets his actions inside of the cage do all of his talking. He is a very smart fighter, a very determined fighter, and that makes him a very dangerous man.
Like I said, his opponent is definitely, like I say, he doesn't care who he has to fight. He'll fight anybody, anywhere he let me know. But like I said, he's been known, I give him the unofficial name, the Quiet Warrior, because like you said, he's a man of few words, and his actions speak louder. Like I said, the 10th fight of the night. What a night of fighting. I can't wait for this to begin.
We've still got a co-main event and a main event, Matthew Stone. But I tell you what, this fight right here should be main event quality. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, our tale of the tape. The differences between these two men, pretty evenly matched. A little bit of height advantage goes to Jonathan Hughes, and just about the same as experience. A little bit more wins there for the part of Brett Glass. But again, like I was saying earlier, we saw this man and Tony Horn fighting on all 3 Victorium cards before. And now tonight on Victorium Episode 3, presented by the Global Proving Ground. And once again, we're coming to you from the Roritzen Club Fairgrounds in Gloucester Point, Virginia. Again, just across from historic Yorktown, Virginia, and the York River.
I know Jon the Scarecrow Hughes hasn't had a lot of fights, but he's definitely one of my favorite fighters. Alluding to what you said earlier, he beat Roy Sanders, who we saw her earlier tonight in Episode 1 of Victorium. In Episode 2, he beat David Perez. So apparently on episodes of Victorium, watch out for Jonathan Hughes.
Jonathan Hughes is definitely undefeated when it comes to Victorium fights. And again, at Victorium Episode 3, presented by the Global Proving Ground, I'm sure he's going to try to expand that record.
Well, when you come from the MMA Academy, once again, they do nothing but pump out top-notch, well-rounded fighters. We spoke to him earlier. He doesn't care if the fight's on his feet. He doesn't care if the fight's on the ground. He doesn't care if the fight's out in the crowd in the parking lot. He's just ready to get it done here tonight.
Once again, Big Todd McGovern, our 3rd man in the ring, our official. All of the fights tonight are sanctioned by the Virginia Boxing Fight Commission.
Both these men, like I said, excellent, well-rounded fighters. This should be another epic fight. Like I said, these fans and ourselves and everybody watching has had some of the greatest fighting that's been done so far. Here goes Todd McGovern. Let's do this.
I'm definitely interested to see, again, Jon Hughes, an excellent fighter of his own, in his own right. But Brett Glass, very smart, very determined, and a very athletic individual. It should be an interesting contest.
That's right. Both fighters, Hughes and Glass, lightning quick, known for their counter punching. As you can see, Scarecrow's definitely, I would say, the better kicker of the two. But like I said, both men inadvertent
low blow early on in this fight. Matthew Stone, Brett Glass instructed to go to a neutral corner as Todd McGovern checks on the downed Scarecrow, Jonathan Hughes.
Yeah, you hate to see it, but you know it wasn't intentional. That's why we wear cups in this business, folks, to protect, because if he did not have a cup right now, it'd be totally severe, more damage. But like I said, the cup doesn't prevent all the pain. It just prevents permanent damage from being done.
Exactly right, Matthew Stone, and definitely you can't look at that face and tell me that he is not in some kind of pain. He is wincing, he is squeezing, he is definitely trying to get some feeling, not back, but some feeling gone from that area. My goodness.
And once again, you have to think this may play into the mind of Brett Glass, knowing that he's already done an accidental low blow. It might change the way he throws a kick, but once you're in there fighting with another opponent, it's easy to kick a bag all day long. It's easy to kick mats. When you have somebody that's moving and blocking and fighting you back, it's definitely hard.
Jonathan Hughes back to his feet now. Looks like we're going to resume the action of our opening round of this 10th contest here at Victorium Episode 3, presented by the Global Proving Ground. Jonathan, the Scarecrow Hughes, seems to be on face with he grabs him right by the waist and drives him with authority into that cage, Matthew Stone.
Yeah, I think that kick might have lit a fire under the Scarecrow, but as you can see, Brett Glass, like I said, excellent wrestling from both men, so we might be stuck with a stalemate, but Hughes looks like the lankier fighter. He might be able to throw that knee to the chin from that position, which is a devastating maneuver.
Definitely Jonathan Hughes with a 2 or 3 inch height advantage over his opponent Brett Glass. But Brett Glass, again, a very smart competitor, trying to keep Jonathan Hughes pinned up against the cage. Now Jonathan Hughes reverses it and has got Brett Glass pinned up against the cage.
That's right. He definitely has the double unhooks right there. I see a foot stomp a little. We got a couple knees right here. This is what we call feeling out process. Both men trying to jockey for position, doing the cage tango. And once again, we have another reversal from Glass. Both men's balance is great. Both men can reverse at will, it seems like. We have a body lock by Scarecrow. We have nice inside knees right there from Glass. And don't let his nickname fool you. He isn't fragile. He is like a freight train.
I would have to tend to agree, Matthew Stone, and definitely, like you said, the way he took on Jeffrey Patterson at Victorium Episode 2, that was a crucial knockout and some beautiful knees and elbows we saw to finish that fight. But again, we can't take any away from this man, the Scarecrow, Jonathan Hughes. He comes to fight. He brings the ruckus every time.
Did you see how he got hit by the front kick, bounced off the cage, and used it the momentum to throw a head kick? But he slipped a little bit right there. Glass immediately capitalizes it. He's in the half guard of the Scarecrow. Let's see if the Scarecrow's been working on a submission game, because if there's one knock on the Scarecrow, he needs to improve his submissions.
Well, definitely Brett Glass is going to test his submission defense. I'm sure of that. Again, with the way that Jonathan Hughes trains at Disciple MMA, he could be going for that, Matthew Stone. It looks like Brett Glass is strong enough to pick him up while he's got him in the armbar and fight out of it, Matthew Stone. That was impressive.
Yeah, that was a tight armbar there. I mean, you can see full extension on the armbar there. He had, he had all the hips into it, but Brett Glass picked him up, and that allowed him to shimmy out of that armbar and escape it. Nice technique there, but now he's in the open guard of the Scarecrow. As you can see, Brett Glass is trying to push him up against the cage to limit the amount of submissions and defenses you can use. Going for the armbar again. Wow.
Just over 60 seconds left in this first round of our 10th contest of Victorium Episode 3. Brett Glass in the red, white, and blue trunks. We've got Jonathan Hughes in the black and red. And we've got Brett Glass with Jonathan Hughes pressed up against the cage and trying to, like you said, Matthew Stone, limit his escape routes as he delivers that crucial ground and pound and short elbows.
Oh, nice short cutting elbows right to the chin and cheek of the Scarecrow right now. This is not where the Scarecrow wants to be. As you see, Glass has him right where he wants him. He's trying to push him up against the cage. He's going for a third armbar right here. He's definitely been working on his armbar.
Look at that ground and pound. I think Jonathan Hughes is out. Oh, my goodness. He is out, Matthew Stone. Todd McGovern calls a into this contest. Brett Glass has knocked out Jonathan Hughes on the ground. I have not seen that in a long time. I am astonished. Ladies and gentlemen, we said that this could be a main event fight, and I think it was just that. My goodness, listen to the crowd's response. That was a great, great fight here at Victorium Episode 3, presented by the Global Proving Ground.
That's right. They call Brett Glass unbreakable for a reason. Got Jon Hughes up against the cage and just dropped the thunder and the lightning on him. Hughes went out. Referee smartly stopped it to prevent further damage for the fighter. Hughes didn't know where he was. He tried to attack. He tried to fight the ref right there. Total giveaway that he was out. So it's a good stoppage. Hughes realizes it, and Brett Glass gets a victory here tonight.
That's right. Brett Glass is going to improve his record to 4-1, as unfortunately Jonathan Hughes is going to fall to 2-4. But still, we're looking to see both of these competitors in just a few months for Victorium Episode 4. Our medical examiner checking out Jonathan Hughes, making sure all the cobwebs have cleared.
That's right. Fighter safety is our #1 priority right here. We want both men to go home and fight again another day.
And we want them to fight another day on Victorium Episode 3. And I can't believe, Matthew Stone, all this action we've had here tonight, and we've still got 2 more fights to come.
As you can hear, the fans appreciate good fighting, which is all we give you here in Global Proving Ground in Victorium.
We do have a winner at 3 minutes and 51 seconds for the first round by way of knockout. All right, Brett, get over here, buddy. Once again, you prove why you're always, you deserve to be, in the top echelon of all the cards in the state of Virginia. You had your Bellator fight. You're looking to get back into the A games again. You come up with a good game plan. You come up with a solid win, nice tough knockout. Always a respect for all your other opponents. It's funny, a lot of people think, wow, you don't like your opponents sometimes, but we all know how respectful most fighters are, and you always show that. You're a very professional guy. How do you feel coming away with such a decisive knockout and getting back on the winning track?
I want to give it up to Jon because he's a real good dude. I met him at weigh-ins. He's a good guy. It was close with that shot in the back of the head, so I kind of feel bad about that. But it feels good to win. I want to give a shout out to my mom because it's her birthday tomorrow. And I also want to thank Mix for my sponsors for this fight. So I want to say thank you, Mix and Saffron.
Well, congratulations, my friend. We're going to see you again very soon. Everybody, let's give it up for Brett Glass.